Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So today's video is going to be an eye makeup look I actually wore on Instagram, and I've actually been wearing it a lot in like most of my videos. If I wear makeup, this is the exact eye makeup look I wear. I've gotten it down to a science, and if I'm not filming it or explaining what I'm doing, I can usually do a full face and that eye look in like less than 10 minutes. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, so y'all bear with me. I'm going to try to explain what I'm doing as I go to kind of help you guys if you are wanting to try out this makeup look. Now, before I get into it, I am not a makeup professional. I am not that savvy when it comes to makeup, so what I do might not work for you. So just keep that in mind. There are a ton of makeup artists out there that do an amazing job, and one of my favorites to follow is SMLXO. Her name is Stephanie. She's amazing. I love her personality. She's a brunette as well, and I love her eye makeup look. She always looks absolutely beautiful. Another one of my favorites is Holmes. She, once again, has darker hair, darker eyes, and I love her makeup looks as well. So if you need some more makeup advice, go check out their channels. I will try to link them below if it will let me. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I'll try. But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. So first thing I usually do if I am wearing like a full face is I will always start with like my foundation. And like I just wanted to tell you guys that I don't always wear a full face of makeup, or like foundation, I mean. Sometimes when you see this eye makeup look, it will just be the eye makeup and I don't really wear anything else. I have been blessed with pretty clear skin, and I do think that a lot of like clear skin, oh, wait, let me get this out. So I think a lot of the reason why my skin is clear is because I drink a ton of water and I don't use a ton of products on my face. I think that you have to let your skin air out, and the more makeup you wear, the more breakouts you tend to get, and that is at least true for me. I don't wear foundation a ton because I will end up breaking out, and I actually have a breakout right here coming, probably because of this foundation. But, you know, every now and then we want to look extra, you know, we want to enhance our beauty a little bit more. So I use this Matte and Poreless Maybelline foundation, and it is the color Ivory. This actually is a little dark for me now. My skin is very, very fair, especially like in the winter time. But once it's summer, it'll match perfect because I get like a little bit of tan. I don't go out in the sun that often. I don't like to be burnt, and I don't like to be hot. So I know I live in Florida, and I know that's kind of surprising, but I've always been that way my whole life. My family is very tan, and I'm the pale one, but I'm okay with that. So what I do is I just put it on my beauty sponge. Sometimes I'll wet this, and sometimes I don't. Today it's not wet, so I just do basically like this. So I just put like a dot on every part of my face, and then I just kind of press it in. And I always like go on my ears too because I want it to match, and I kind of go down my neck a little bit. Gosh, that made me sound funny. I was pushing too hard. And I do this on my eyelids as well to like even them out. And this also kind of acts as a primer for me because it's the Matte and Poreless one. If you have like a dewy foundation, I wouldn't recommend putting it on your eyelid, or at least wear a primer after you do that, because yeah, you don't want like your foundation to be dewy. But I mean, not your foundation, your eyeshadow, because then it won't blend that well. But anyway, I just do this all over. I don't do a ton because, like I said, I do have pretty clear skin. I do break out here and there, especially depending on how I've been eating. Like if I eat a lot of fast food, I can just go ahead and let you guys know I'm about to break out. Greasy foods, even if I make like a lot of just unhealthy meals at home, I'll break out. And if I don't drink a ton of water, I break out. I am one of those people that I have to have a drink with me all the time, and my go-to drink is water. So just because I like it. But anyway, that is what that looks like. I just blend it out as best as I can. And then I take this fluffy brush from Wet n Wild and this CoverGirl Clean Matte Pressed Powder. And that's what it looks like. This is in the color Classic Ivory once again, and this is very light, you can see, but it's kind of like translucent, so it doesn't like actually make my face lighter or anything. But I kind of just press it in there, and then I actually like press this in on my skin. I don't like swipe it. I like to press it because it helps like fill in my pores a little bit, because I do have a lot of pores. Oh my gosh, I've always suffered from like blackheads and pores on my nose. It was so bad in high school. I remember being like so embarrassed, and I would constantly try to like squeeze them and stuff. Like, I don't recommend doing that because it will damage your skin. I actually have some redness, like broken blood vessels from actually trying to do that, so I highly recommend not doing that. But you know, I don't know, I think it's just a common thing. When people see like a zit on their face, they want to squeeze it. Like you think it's gonna help it go away, but sometimes it just makes it worse. So, and I get a ton of questions on like what I use to wash my face with, and I did a video on like my full skincare, and I will do an updated one, but I use the Dove sensitive soap, just the bar Dove sensitive. It's a white, and that's what I use. It's unscented, and it works amazing. And I actually use that to wash my whole face and get my makeup off and everything in the shower. And then twice a week I use this. This is a blemish control facial scrub. It is a apricot scrub. So it's really rough. You have to be very gentle with it, but that's what I use. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video because every time it's nap time or quiet time, I usually sit down and I try to do like sit down videos, but recently it's been really hard because the kids have been trying to fight me on this. And I'm very firm when it comes to certain things. Like, I am a mom at the end of the day, and it's my job to parent my kids. And they will always try to get out of quiet time or nap time. But I feel like as a mother, it is so important to have that little bit of quiet time during the day to get bills paid or to do something for yourself. Like, I've learned over the years that if I don't have that time, it is just a chaotic day and I end up with a headache at the end of the night. So it's very important for me to have that alone time for at least an hour a day. That's all I ask, is for like a good hour of quiet time so I can get things done that I need to get done. Because, you know, mommies need breaks too. So I had to pause the video and make sure that she was gonna go in there and go to bed or at least have quiet time and not come out of the room. Anyway, so after foundation, I move on to my eyeshadow. And what I use is this palette. It is the LA Colors Smoky palette. One of my friends here on Instagram, YouTube, she sent this to me. Her name is Crystal, and I've been using it since she sent it to me. I absolutely love it. I haven't been able to find this exact one since she sent this, so I'm gonna have to like message her and find out where she got it, because this is the best palette I've ever used. I use this color right here and this one, and then that is like what I use to highlight, and that's the shimmer you usually see on my eyelid. I really love it, and I also use it as like a face highlight as well. This is like literally the best palette ever. And you can tell I've dropped it a couple times because there's some chunks missing. But what I do is I take the big fluffy brush. This is Wet n Wild as well. I dip it in this like, I don't know what color that is, like a orangey brown color. And Zoe's jumping on the door. Okay, I had to let her in because she will keep jumping on the door until I open it. She's not playing. Okay, so like I said, I just dip it in that like orangey brown color, and then I do this all over my lid on both sides. So I just sweep it back and forth like that. Okay, so that's kind of how it looks at the beginning. I don't really worry about blending it out too much because as I add the layers, I'll keep blending. But now going in with the smaller like crease brush, I dip this in the black shade, and that is how I get the dark outer corner on my eye that you usually see, like that smoky look. I really love the way that looks on me. It just kind of makes my eyes look bigger. So anyway, I got it on there, and then I kind of just press this in like that. On the outer corner. I try not to go like too far on the inside because then it kind of just gets like messy, and it's really hard to fix once you've put like black on this part. So that's how I start with, like that. It looks really messy right now, but I promise it will come together. Okay, so I start it like that, and then I go back in with that fluffy brush, and then I kind of just like start blending this in. And what I really like about this palette is that it blends really well. I don't know, I just really like it. And it lasts all day. And there was a fly about just landed on my head. And this usually takes a minute. You can't just like blend it and be done. You have to kind of really work it back and forth. And I'm just kind of going in like circular motions, but lightly. I'm not like pressing down hard. I'm just kind of swiping back and forth and then doing some round motions to kind of push that eyeshadow around. So just like that. And then you'll see it's kind of like a little messy right there, but like I said, it'll blend together at the very end. So now I'm going in with the fluffy brush again, and I'm dipping it in that like brownish orange color again. So that one right there. And then I just put that right on top of that like black shade, like right in the center, like right here. And then I just start blending it back and forth again. So it's like I'm layering multiple colors on top of each other. And sometimes I can do this like and it looks completely flawless, and then sometimes it'll look a mess. Like I'm not even gonna pretend. But now that I got that pretty much done, what I do is I go into a different palette, because this one doesn't have a solid like brown shade, and I want to do something underneath my eye, but if I do black, it's just too harsh. So I go in this Estee Lauder palette. It's really old. My grandma actually gave this to me. She used to get like gift sets from them, or like sample sets. But there's like this dark brown shade right there. It almost looks black, but it's brown. And I just dip my little angled brush. This is what this looks like. I don't even know where this brush came from, but I use that. I dip it in the black, or the brown, and then, ooh, that was zoomed in. And then I take this and I go underneath my like not waterline, my lower lash line. So kind of like that. And now depending on like what we're doing, if we're like going out, I will do like darker, like on the outer side to make it look more like a night out look. But like for now, I'm not really going anywhere, so I'm just giving you guys the basic makeup look I wear. And when I do that, it just kind of like ties in, you know, the top and the bottom. And that always makes my eyes water. Okay, where'd that brush go? What do I do with it? Oh, here it is. So going back in with my fluffy brush, I'm going to blend this out just a little bit more because I can tell it needs it. So I hope you guys can see that. But see, like right there, sometimes I just have a bad makeup day, honestly. And by the way, I'm just using what's on the brush. I didn't like dip it on or back in the black or anything. I'm just using what's there. Okay, so that is that. And now going back into that LA Colors Smoky palette, I'm going to go ahead and use that highlight color that I was telling you guys that I really love. This is what I always wear on my inner corner, like on my eyelid. And I just use my finger and I just kind of press this all over like that. I'm going to have to use the mirror because there's no way I can see that from there. Okay, go in there and go night night now.
I'm gonna go have a relax time, okay?
Okay, go in there and take a nap. Good night. I told you, she's always trying to fight me on it. She's like, I'm gonna go have a relax time. And then by the time it's bedtime, they're so overtired that it even makes it worse. I'm sure a lot of you moms can relate to that. But anyway, so I just kind of like press that on the lid like that. And I feel like one always looks so much brighter than the other. But to be honest, this eye, why can't I talk? This eye is almost like, it's a completely different shape than this eye, to be honest. I mean, what can I say? I'm not symmetrical. But anyway, I do that. And then I go back in with the fluffy brush again. I'm telling you, I blend this a lot, y'all. I'm not even joking. So I go back in with the big fluffy brush and I just gently like blend it in so it doesn't look harsh. So just like that. I hope you can see that. Okay. And now I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner. I use this LA Color liquid eyeliner. I got it from Dollar Tree. It has like a really like thin brush, and I always like wipe off the like excess that's on there. Excess. I always struggle to talk sometimes, especially when the camera's on. It's like I get like really just, I don't know. So I'm gonna start on the outer like corner, and then I go in. Like I don't ever start on the end and work my way out. I always start outside to in. So just like that. Once again, sometimes this will be like so perfect, and then sometimes I'll just completely just, one liner will be like up and one will be facing down. It's just a mess, but you know, can't be perfect. So I'm gonna blend this out more because I still don't think it's like good enough. This one spot right there, it always happens right there. I don't know why, but we're gonna go with it. Anyway, going back into that shimmer shade right there, I'm gonna put this like on my finger like that, and then I'm gonna do a little bit on my brow bone, a little bit on this side. So that is that. And then now I'm gonna go into the rest of my face. So I usually always do it like this because I don't know if you can tell, but some of that shimmer fell down like on my face right there, and I don't want to be shiny right there. So I go back in with my beauty blender, and I kind of just like, I tried to like soak this up into my beauty sponge so I don't look shiny. I mean, shiny's okay for some people, but for me, I already have like super oily skin, so I don't want to have like double oily, you know? I'm just taking some more of that like pressed powder and just putting that right there. Okay, so now moving on to, what do I usually do next? Oh, my face. So I use this palette. This is from Beauty Runway. It was like a big box gift set my husband bought me for my birthday. Every year I try to find this set at Walmart because the colors in this are just perfect. I absolutely love it. So I use these two right here as like my contour slash blush. I don't really know if I'm doing this right, but I just go for it. So I just dip this same brush that I use for my powder, and I've never had an issue with using it for both things. Like it's not like it makes my face pink or anything like that. I just dip it in both shades, and then I blow it off, and I just gently like brush this, like as if I'm contouring, but I don't really contour. I just want to give my face more color again, because once I add all that foundation and powder, it kind of just makes me look like I'm all one toned, when we know that that's just not how humans are. So I do it like that. I just add like a little bit of color to my cheeks. My hair is always like all in the way. Even if I put it up, I have a ton of flyaways that just like to stick to my face. But I also take those two colors and I go like down my neck to kind of help just make me look like I said, like I have some color. So I do that. Okay, now moving on to the highlight some more. I take my finger in it as well, just like that. And I do some on my nose. I do some right here. Kind of like where you would normally highlight. This is just where I highlight. I don't really know. But I have noticed that when I do this, it just like takes my makeup to like another level. Especially like in person, like when I look in the mirror, I like really like the way it looks. So anyway, that's what I do. And then I take my beauty blender and I kind of just like press it in so it's not like too like harsh. And now we're gonna move on to mascara. I usually do mascara last, like almost last. I do my eyebrows in just a second, but the reason why I do this is because I make a complete mess with this, and I just use Q-tips to clean it up. But I've noticed that if I do my mascara first, like before I do my face, I end up, I don't know, it's just the routine I do. Oops, the way I do it. So anyway, I use this Voluminous Lash Mascara. This is from L'Oreal, and I got this as a recommendation from Kristen Casper. At first, I really didn't like it because I would like try to do one coat and then move to the other side and do another coat and go back, you know, but you can't do that. You have to work on one eye first and then move to the other eye once you're done recoating this eye. I hope that makes sense, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So, I start with this eye first, always. I don't know why, but I just keep applying it. And it dries so quick that it just automatically starts like recoating itself. Okay, so I just stop for a second, let it dry, and then keep going. Okay, so just like that. And sometimes I'll add like a little bit more to the brush, and then add some more, depending on like what kind of look I'm going for. Like if I don't have any eyeshadow on at all, I'll just do like one coat of this and it's enough. But since I have like a dark eyeshadow on, I really want my eyelashes to be seen. So we're gonna do a lot of coats, but there's that one. And then now this side. Look at that. My hair just like clings to my face. I don't understand it. I barely even moved. See? See? Oh man. It's okay. Q-tips are your best friend. I swear my hair like moves without me even moving. It just like flies around. And this eyelash, or this eyelid is missing like a chunk of eyelashes. I don't know what happened, but this one always gets all jacked up. Like, look at that. I have to work with this one a lot. Oh, see, and I always make a mess on this side because, you know, I'm using like my right hand. See, my hair got in it again. I don't understand this. Look at this. This little guy. I have so many little baby hairs. And then I take a Q-tip, and yes, I lick it because, you know, I'm very unsanitary, but it's just what I do. And I just clean up whatever mascara. It comes right off. Just very lightly. If I like try to like wipe it off, it makes a mess. Okay, there's another hair hanging out. Okay. So that. And I always keep a baby wipe on hand to like wipe my fingers off if I get like foundation, or even like I get mascara like all over my fingers somehow, and I wipe that off so I don't accidentally get it on my face. Okay, but that is usually what my like eye makeup looks like. No, we're just gonna go with it. So that's what it's gonna look like. And then usually I will take my little angled brush that I usually use on like my lower lash line, and I just kind of like run this through my eyebrows. I'm not really good at doing my eyebrows, honestly. I don't like to like fill them in a lot because then I feel like I look like I tried way too hard. It's not a good look for me, honestly. I think like my natural eyebrows are a little bit more, you know, more me. And I don't ever try to like hide my natural look. Like, I just want to enhance my beauty. I don't want to like cover it up. I want to look like me when I don't have makeup on. And I hope I do, because I don't want like you know, like a lot of times I'll film videos without my makeup on, and I don't want you guys to be like scared, like, oh my gosh, who's this girl? She's not even the same person. Like, I try to just enhance what I have and not cover it up. So I highly recommend doing that. Be yourself. Don't be embarrassed to be yourself, and don't be, you know, don't feel like you have to change your looks for other people, because if they don't love you like you, then they're not going to love you when you're not you. So anyway, I use this little angler brush, and I kind of do like a little line under it right here on both sides, just with whatever's like left on it. Nothing crazy fancy. I just usually have to fill in this area right here because it's really thin. And then I just take it like against my eyebrow like that, and I just kind of swipe it like this. So, boom. It just kind of fills them in a little bit. I have a scar right there that I've tried to fill in before, and I just look, it doesn't look right. It's way too dark, and I've like, for some reason, makeup doesn't like want to sit on that scar tissue. It has a really hard time like sticking to it. It's really weird, because I can wear makeup all over my face, and I have scars on my face too, but for some reason that one spot on my eyebrow, I just cannot fill it in. I thought about getting it tattooed, but I don't know, just kind of makes me. Like I've always had that scar since I was a little kid, so it's just a unique little mark on my face. But anyway, this is it, y'all. This is my makeup. My mascara is a little clumped up right there, so sometimes I will have to like go back in and try to like fix it. It's probably because I moved my eyes before I let it dry. But this mascara is clumpy, but I like that look. If you don't like it, you're not gonna like this look, or if you don't like clumpy eyelashes, you will not like this mascara. I like clumpy and long, and that definitely does that. So that is it. That is all I do for my makeup. And I figured since oh my gosh, this video is 28 minutes long. Sorry y'all, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped you. And one more thing I always do is I take the baby wipe that I use to like wipe off my hands, and I take all of the foundation off of my lips. And my lips are naturally like a pink, like a bright pink color. So I usually don't wear anything on them, because then I just don't like the way it looks on me, honestly. But that is it. I was going to show you guys what I use as far as like my hair goes really quick, so I hope you guys don't mind that it's already so long, but I use this Heritage Light as a Feather leave-in conditioner. This is something new that Walmart is selling now. Honestly, I don't like the way it smells, but I will say that it has helped my hair not break as much. As far as detangling goes, I don't really think it detangles. I don't know if I can even say that, because my hair gets so knotted. It's hard to find something that works really good, but it does like make my hair feel stronger, if that makes sense. So I really do like it. The smell, like I said, isn't the best, but I just cover it up with like perfume or something. But then these are the shampoo and conditioners I've been using recently. I always try new stuff. I don't ever stick to the same shampoo and conditioner. I'm always looking to try something new. So I use the Thick and Full Biotin and Collagen shampoo. This is the OGX brand. And I use the anti-breakage keratin oil conditioner. And now this does work amazing. I honestly feel like that's why my hair is growing so much, because I've been using anti-breakage products that I feel like are really helping. And I also use a wet brush that my dog chewed up. So that's what I've been using as far as like my hair care goes. So that is it for this video. I hope this helped you. I hope that you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.